Hello. It's Sunday. It's coming up, I think, to midday just. Um, and we've just finished the last of our summer Zoom calls on a Sunday morning. It was very relaxed, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
It was
Nice
good
crowd.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angie was on from New York, so it's always a joy to have her on. And what was lovely is that everybody, at the end of the call, we were just able to say, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Because everybody that was on the call, with the exception of Angie, obviously, is coming on the road trip. But we'll come on to that in a minute. We just thought we'd jump on, I suppose, as much as anything else, because to reflect on how the last, I don't know really, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Have gone. And it's not like we're sitting here saying, oh yeah, and the next 2 weeks are going to be a breeze, because they're not. We've got another crazy 2 weeks ahead of us, but there you go. It keeps us young, that's what I say to Linda. I suppose what we thought we really wanted to do was just to kind of jump on after the calls, after the we launched on Thursday officially, although we had Zooms on Wednesday. And since then, we've spoken to lots of women to get some feedback as to what they think. We managed to gauge some feedback to the lookbook, which was different, and it was deliberately different this time. But we thought we'd just share our learnings so far this week and how we're feeling ahead of getting on the road tomorrow morning. So yeah, I hope it's of some interest. I hope we provide some entertainment as usual. The good news is we're not taking our clothes off on this one, so it's just us chatting. So I hope we don't bore you to death. But we've had, I don't know, you sum up the reaction we've had to the lookbook and the launch.
I think the reaction has been fantastic. Everybody that's seen the lookbook and has been on the Zoom calls, I think, has all agreed with us that it's got a different format. So this was very much about, which was Nayna absolutely wanted to do. It was much more about family, about love, about friendship. So I brought a friend along who I've been friends with for 40 years. Nayna had 3 generations, so you had amazing mum, gorgeous daughter, and everybody came along with a significant other. So we shot it in a very different way, which was just really, really beautiful. There was so much emotion, so much fun and laughter, and everybody really enjoyed it. And I think that's really reflected in the lookbook. And people that have seen it have absolutely said that they agree and they feel the warmth coming through, which is really important, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's why I felt we wanted to do it in this way, was because I guess where this whole journey's up to, journey I know is a terribly overused word, but anyway, forgive that. But where we're up to, and I was talking to somebody who doesn't really know me terribly well, doesn't know me at all actually, and doesn't know what I've done, but I had a conversation with him on Monday, and the way I described Hope curated by Nayna is a phoenix rising out of the ashes in the corner of the room. I said, and the people who are fanning the flames are the customers, actually. I said, I'm just merely the conduit that's making some of this happen. It definitely feels like it's a service, but more than that, which I guess it should be. Maybe that's the wrong word, I don't know. I suppose what I'm trying to say is that having started it in this rather odd way or unusual way, what is so apparent from the crazy WhatsApp group that we have, with almost 100 women chatting about everything from knickers to hosiery to footwear to all sorts, mother of the bride outfits, I mean, you name it, we've had it. It's just how much warmth and affection, and yet very few of these individuals have met each other, which is why we're so excited about the road trip, for sure. And I suppose ultimately that just comes down to I express it as love. I know it's kind, it's positive, and it just feels in the current climate, what's the matter with a bit of love and affection? So that's what we wanted to use as the creative for the lookbook. And the wonderful Mr. Carroll, Dave, he does have a name, was just so accommodating with us and just let us all get on with it. And it was a joy.
It was an absolute joy. Yeah.
So we had fun. Is it the most fashiony? Probably not. Some people might say it's not the most inspirational. I think I took a risk in as much as let's put that as the concept and the clothes will do the talking. I'd like to think they do, but we'll see. Anyway, the reaction we've had to the lookbook and indeed the collection suggests that people love it.
Yeah.
The last question we were just asked on the Zoom was, do you do bank loans, Nayna?
Yeah.
Do you provide finance? The short answer is no, because I'd be absolutely rubbish at it. But anyway, but yeah, and then the other comment, which I thought was lovely from Sally, was what she liked about it was how we'd interlaced or interwoven summer and spring all together, and that's exactly what we do. We went out to Italy, didn't we, saying we wanted a neutral pant, and we ideally wanted a wide leg, we ideally wanted a slim leg, and that's what we did. And because we knew we'd got so much to work with it from spring, and also what we were going to buy for summer. So if we are doing our job properly, that's exactly what we do, or that's what we should be doing. So yes, it not only should work with spring, but it should also work with your previous Hope pieces.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who said it today, but said that they find that the pieces they pull out are still feel like they are not necessarily in fashion, because we're not really a fashion brand, but they still are very wearable and relevant. Maybe that's the right word.
Yeah,
relevant.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would agree. And we've said, there was a couple of pieces that she was saying, actually, what do you think I could wear that with? And we've just said, bring it with you. Bring it on the road trip.
That's true. Yeah.
Come and have a look. And we often say, I've been with Nayna now since 2017, and there are absolutely key pieces that I still bring out every season and just reinvent them. And I always say, I think pieces need to work. They need to earn their keep in your wardrobe. And I think probably every single piece of this will absolutely do that, won't it? Well, it will, from, the crazy ruffles, which are so versatile and will be so right now and in another 10, 15, 20 years, down to the absolute core beautiful pieces of knitwear that are the most amazing yarns that will wear and stand the test of time.
I think so. I mean, we introduced this ruffle in viscose silk, I think in 2017.
Yeah.
And I said to the girls to the ladies on the call today, I still wear my original. It goes on holiday with me every year. My darling friend Debs, who bought one in 2017, and said to me the other day that her mum's sick and tired of repairing it because the ruffles sometimes do come unstitched. So she's quite relieved that she's got an option to get, and is threatening to buy 3 colours. That should keep her mum busy. But anyway, so I really want it so is that we're all wearing these pieces 10 years from now. That's what this is about. It was always about quality and wardrobe building, and not fast fashion.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so what do we think have been, what's your surprise of what we've done so far? What do you think in terms of orders and reaction that we've had? And if you pick mine, I'll kill you.
I won't pick yours because I know which one you're going to pick. The trouble is, it's really hard actually, because so much of it has had such a strong reaction. I mean, what I'm really pleased about is, this is a brand new shape.
The shacket.
The shacket. Actually, I'm going to pick it just because I can in a different colourway. I mean, this is a brand new shape for us, which is a really lovely new fabrication, gorgeous colour. And I think
pistachio, we call it.
Pistachio, yeah. And we've done this new shape in 3 different colours because we feel so strongly about the shape. And our lovely ladies get it. They can see the versatility of it. We've shown this in 2 or 3 different ways at least. Very casual, as a lot of ladies have got a more casual lifestyle, but equally as a much more dressed up look. So for me, that's been great because they get the new fabrication, they understand the beautiful shape of it. So for me, I think that's a really positive.
You know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
going to get you to pass it over.
There you
if you
go.
don't mind.
Absolutely.
So we did a video a couple of weeks ago. In fact, I think it was only a week ago. It feels like a fortnight ago. On summer knitwear, which I said at the time sounds like a bit of an oxymoron. But this yarn that we are working with for summer has worked brilliantly. So, bizarrely, when we did the video, Linda and I modelling all the various pieces in this yarn, this is the one colourway that didn't sell. So it's just like, okay, fine. Maybe it's too neutral. The Italians called this Armani beige, and that's because it's quite cool and not necessarily sophisticated. I just think it's a classic neutral. And then we bought, when I was in Italy last week, I don't know why, but I just followed my instinct and bought the knitted pant to go with it and put the two together. So Pat, Linda's lovely 79-year-old friend, hope she doesn't mind me quoting her age, pale skin and grey hair, that's what she was drawn to. And she looked unbelievably sophisticated.
Yeah, she did. She looked
and she bought it, so that's a testament, I have to say. She Pat popped it on with the wrap as well. So those together. But then we had Simone and Sam, who, thanks love, who also wore it and wore it in a very different way, maybe a slightly more edgier way, more modern, I don't know, however you want to describe it. But that's what sold the best.
Yeah.
So far, it's the side panel knit in sand and it's the knitted pant to go with it, which by about 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, after we'd done 2 Zooms, we went, crikey, we don't have it anyway. So we got in touch with the lovely Georgia, who's amazing, and we're delighted to say that the factory are knitting more and dyeing more, not necessarily as we speak because it's Sunday, but anyway, but they will be, and they're delivering next week. So that was my biggest surprise. I didn't expect that at all. In terms of, I'm trying to think. So that's when I say biggest surprise, and that's what's worked. I think the other thing I'd pull out is this. So we've talked about the ruffle, and when we were selecting colours for the ruffle, we thought we would be very sensible, and we do black and we do chocolate, and we did the olive. And then I think George's face grimaced when we said we'll do the sky blue. Guess what we've sold? The sky blue. So, and I'm not worried about the others because they'll come. And I know that at the road trips, people are wanting to try those on, because there's so many people who have a perception about what they're going to look like in that before they even start. And we've had lots of, oh yeah, but I couldn't wear that because I've got big boobs, or I couldn't wear that because XYZ. Oh, you can wear that, Nayna, because you'll get your legs out. And then what we've done is turn it around and say, look, the whole purpose of the road trip is come and try on. You know, you'll wear that in the winter with a pair of opaques and a big chunky boots. You will wear, you know, Debs, again, sorry, not picking on Debs, but and she's not here, so she can't beat me up. Debs is what you would be described as a very curvy woman with great bosoms. I call them her girls, always have. 27 years of friendship that allows me to do that, and that's one of her favourites. So, and she's 5'2", so I'm really looking forward to challenging some women to try that on, and just say, right, come on, let's see,
try it.
And I think actually thinking about it for the road trip, just as prep, we should say to them, come with not various because I don't want to bring a shopping bag with them, but you know, a couple of pairs of shoes, you know, maybe some hosiery, so that they can try things on.
Have a play, have a try, make it a really,
that's note to self, we must do that. Anyway, as you can see, we're still doing our to-do list. And we're packing in half an hour.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Yeah, but it's fine. It's all up here. We just now need to bag it all up and get it all sorted. But it's super exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
So that's a bit of feedback on the launch to summer so far. You've probably gathered, and we just finished the Zoom, and I hope I haven't already said this, but it was lovely to be able to say, see you next week, because we will. We're going to meet everybody in person. I'm so looking forward to giving everybody a hug and just to say thank you for being here, supporting. If there aren't some tears along the way, I'll be gobsmacked.
Oh, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, yeah.
And we're talking about setting up a WhatsApp group per venue so that we can all dump our photographs in there and just share the. There's an expression somebody shared with me, which I thought was brilliant. Heading for hope.
Yeah.
So we want them to share their journey, their outfit, what they're wearing, how they decided what to wear, and and then right through to the end.
Yeah.
So as far as we're concerned, having now done our last Zoom of the week, we're about to pack up all the garments. Hope we don't forget anything.
We won't.
Load the car up,
Well,
ready for tomorrow. We're heading to Edinburgh. We've worked out it's going to take us 7 hours, which is lovely. Looking forward to it. And then on to Chester, and then on to Leicester. And we'll get back on Thursday
night. Thursday night.
By which time the bulk of all the summer stock will have arrived. So it's not like we're going to chill on the Friday, because we've then got to come back in and get everyone's orders out. So
That should be great. And then back on the road the following week.
Yeah, following. So we've given ourselves Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, I think. Yeah,
we have. Yeah,
and we'll be back out on Tuesday. And then we have London, which will be the finale, really, and our biggest one. It's our most well attended. It will be our most attended. There's lots of family and friends coming along, so that's really special. And we're at the Ivy Club, so what's not to like? They do a very good gin martini, as I discovered on Friday.
Yeah.
That's another story. But I suppose we just wanted to wrap up by saying we've had a great reaction to summer.
Yeah.
We're very excited about coming out and meeting everybody. And I don't know, it's not too late. We've got tickets left if you fancy joining us. We're at the Glen Eagles Townhouse in Edinburgh. Yeah. We're at this wonderful restaurant in Chester called the Chef's Table, which I went to last year with some friends, and Harvey and I went together. Then we're at the City Rooms in Leicester, the Bath Spa Hotel in Bath, funnily enough, and the Ivy Club in London. So all fab venues. Yeah. Includes a 2, if not 3-course lunch, can't remember, and the opportunity to touch and feel the clothes. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Could be a bit mad, but we thought we'd do it.
Yeah.
And
I think it will be very mad.
Yeah, but you'll learn. It's our customer research.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to hearing what you've got to say about the collection, and frankly about Hope Curated by Nayna and how we take it forward. And that's it. So we're going to do something really exciting now, like pack up garments and have some fun. Yeah. But hope that's been of interest. I'm sure you'll tell us. And happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Bye.